to end that video also wise, like I said, the car has been on multiple different setups of wheels, so I'm also incorporating prices of those wheels when I bought them brand new, also with buying tires and for each of those other tires, and then end up selling all those wheels and tires either as a set or just wheels or just tires. So like I said, I will import pictures how the car has looked from different stages of its lifetime since I've owning the car. And like I said, I bought this car in 2016 and it is now 2025, and I don't see this car ever going anywhere unless it gets totaled or anything else. So let me know what you guys like about this video. Let me know what you guys thought, and let me see what else you guys would like to see on the channel. All right, so starting from the front, so the only thing that is aftermarket is going to be, of course, the headlights, the grille, the front Ford emblem badge, which is right there, the daytime running light fog lights that are aftermarket, the front mount intercooler, which you guys can see in there barely, the front splitter right here, and that is everything that is on the front end that is all modified. So roughly about the headlights, I bought them from a buddy. I ended up paying like right about $1,000 for those headlights. And the grill, I spent roughly about 60, 65-ish, somewhere around, from eBay. The front mount intercooler was used from another buddy I had bought them from, and I paid $230 roughly or so. The front daytime running lights, which are those, which also work with turn signals and everything, and I want to get those customized to work with the headlights as well. But I think, if I remember correctly, I bought them from drivebright.com, and I think they're about $260, $267 roughly. And then the 3D carbon front lip splitter, I bought it from cd3performance.com. They do a ton of modifications for the Fusion, the MKZ, the Edge, anything, a lot of performance cars for like Ford. But I believe I paid $365, $366, $367, somewhere right around there. And then I had a paint and body shop paint it for $100. So which really was not bad. And then the guy that made the custom emblems, he doesn't make them anymore, for at least the Fusion anyway, because he stopped doing them. But I think I paid like $150 roughly, I don't remember. My Slammed Enough sticker, I paid $25 because it was a newer one. I wanted to change it up. Front window tint, the side window tint, and all the tint, I basically paid, I think it was like roughly about $165, $166, somewhere around there. Starting from the roof racks. So the roof racks and the box are all three totally different items. So of course the luggage box was a special order, and it was about $1,000 just for the box. And most of the time it is empty unless I'm going to a car show. It only holds like my car detailing products, my microfiber towels, anything to clean the car with. The racks here are a different item as well, and then the door hinge things are a different item as well. So I think the racks were roughly about $190, I think it was, from Thule. And these for the 4 on each side, as it came as a set, so I think it was like $265 roughly. That's a badge I ordered from eBay or Amazon, I don't remember, don't quote me. I think that was like maybe 15 bucks. One of the biggest purchases for this car were these 3-piece wheels that I bought from a very good buddy of mine. I bought them from him, and I've replaced the bolts, make them brand new, and they're all coincide, so they're all brand new gold. But I bought the set as wheels and tires, and he shipped them to me. I think I paid roughly about $3,300, I do believe. Don't quote me. Like I said, these are all rough estimates of how much I've spent for the car. I don't remember exactly because it's been quite a while. I don't, add up everything that I've spent on this car, because it does get outrageous sometimes, spending what you start looking back at it, be like, dang, you spent that much money on this. But okay, so as you guys saw in the last video, the custom taillights, I bought them from a buddy that he got them from another buddy that also made the front emblem badges, front and back. I think I ended up paying roughly about $11 or $1,200 for them. So I I mean, those are pretty expensive, and like I said, they are the only ones in the world that have done that. My reverse lights are LED, and I bought those from, I want to say, Last Fit. I don't remember, but I think that was like maybe 10-15 bucks. The 3D carbon rear valence I've also bought from CD3 Performance. I don't remember how much. I think it was like $200 for this, the diffuser, and then it was $100 for the paint to get painted from the same body shop that did the front. The LED reflectors, I believe I bought them from Amazon. I'm highly positive because I have a brand new set that's sitting in my house right now ready to be installed, because this one actually blew out, so I can't get that one to work anymore even with the wiring. I've already checked, so I need to rip those out and get my new ones put in. But I think those are about $23 roughly. Stickers were all different prices from different, people that made them. Like my car group in St. Louis, that was free. My buddy that made all my stickers, basically that one. My Unleashed Tuning, my Airlift, I think that was 25. Slammed Enough was like 25 or 30. This one is maybe 10 or 15. I think this was 30 or 35, just because he does basing on size. But let's get on here on the inside. Excuse the dirtiness right now, but like I said, the interior is all cloth, so that's the only really thing that's left factory that I haven't really touched that I want to. But let's get around to the front. The Ford Fusion mats, I think I bought them from a buddy, maybe 30 bucks with shipping, I think it was. But here we go, the big Tesla screen. There's multiple prices for them depending on what size you go with. But the buddy that I had bought mine from has the upgraded firmware, software update, and everything, where I could run one thing up here, another thing down here. I think with shipping, I paid like $1,100 or $1,200 with the upgraded firmware and software, so I can change a lot of things in the settings, which was very nice. I do love it. The carbon fiber steering wheel, I bought it from a very good buddy who I also bought the headlights from, surprisingly. I think I ended up paying about $500 or $600. Don't quote me, I don't remember exactly. But I've had it ever since. But the next biggest expense was the trunk and subs. But basically this whole setup right here, my Airlift Performance subs, I bought that was one of the very first or second things I did to the car. I ended up spending it was a Christmas special, I think it was. I think just for that and the amp with the custom JL audio box, I think it was like $400. But, don't quote me on these prices. Like I said, my brother is the one who did the whole Airlift Performance install. It took us like 3 weekends to get it all installed and ran right. But, I appreciate my brother for so much that he does for me. And everything that he's done to this car, helped me figure out problems if and when I do have them. So I really appreciate it. But my brother took the time and effort to get a lot of this done right. So let's go with, the airlift manifold, the tank, the 2 compressors was, I think, the biggest expense for this car. Like I said, I know that one because I know the price what I paid for that one, which was about $3,600, which is very expensive. And plus the time and labor to have it installed, and a shop would take maybe a couple days to have it installed, and you'd end up spending another $1,200, $1,300, $1,400 maybe for install, but I ended up paying my brother anyway just for the install, because I know it took up a lot of space in his garage. So I do love it, and I do love this setup, how I do like it, but so my brother, I ended up buying the wood. My brother ended up cutting it out to the trunk, how the layout is, ended up staining it, sanding it down, and it looks phenomenal to this day. And like I said, this car has been on bags for 3 going on 4 years, I do believe. Maybe I would like to bag the Charger here shortly, but I'm in no rush. Like I said, that's bone stock basically right now. But the only thing back here that I've done really is the manifold holder. Bought that from eBay. for maybe 15-20 bucks. This little pedestal for it, my brother did that, which is very nice. I do love it. The sticker, my no pressure sticker, my guy that did my airlift, my unleashed tuning, and my YouTube sticker, he did that as well and put it in blue, and it says no pressure. As you guys can see, there's a blue light, so it's a blue in the trunk. But that's roughly about it I've roughly spent on this car. But like I said, I will import pictures of what I've done this car in multiple stages. And the next video I'll show you how the airlift ride works. But on this car, there's been multiple sets of wheels, so once I get this done editing and throwing in, I will throw in pictures of how the car looked with multiple different setup of wheels. I've gone from the factory 18s, which are these are 19s. I've gone to 20s, and I've gone 22s. As you guys wouldn't imagine that this kind of car would fit 22s, but 22s do fit. They're kind of rough, but the tires are very slim, so I would not recommend it all the time. And you know, with 22s on being on air ride, you wouldn't get as low as possible to the ground how I am when this car is completely aired down. But I appreciate the time to take to watch the video, so I appreciate y'all. So like, comment, subscribe, and let me know how you guys like this video, and let me know which setup you thought was the best. So I will get back to you guys soon. What's up, YouTube? It's your boy Pink Tay 392 back at it again with another video. So today's video is going to be about how much I've spent on modifications through everything that I've done to the car as of right now. So I will get going with that, and then I will import more pictures of how this car has looked from when I bought the car, as to the changes that I've made over the course of owning the car. So this is a 2015 Ford Fusion, and I bought the car in 2016 with about 27,000 miles. And since then, the mods have came straight in, right from the get-go. So once I get done, I'll import pictures of how the car looked in different stages of its lifetime as to where it is now, and what I will else plan on doing to this car. Like I said, there's not much else I can do to the car right now. As you've seen in the last video, everything that I've already done already. The only thing that's really left factory for me anyways, besides like the paint and the interior cloth seats, which maybe I've been looking and trying to find some seats looking like what I want to go with, and just there's like 2 or 3 companies that I know of that do custom seats. I just know it's a little bit expensive, so I'll try to see what I want to do around them and get going from there.